I have been working with artificial intelligence and large language models for over an year now in practical terms. When I say practical terms, I mean that deploying these large language models in the production or in testing or for the POCs, and then using the custom data in order to fine tune or do some RAG or maybe some prompt engineering in order to get optimal responses from these large language models or the AI applications based on these large language models. I have observed that one of the core pillars for success of any AI applications is the underlying data. But that is one area which is overlooked by many. Look, the truth is that these days downloading, deploying a large language model is not that hard. If you have the hardware, if you have some sort of basic skills in some of the computing, you you are as good as you can be in order to deploy the models locally and privately. The real value you can glean from these LLMs and AI applications is when you point it to your own custom data, which may be locked in your CSV files or your Confluence pages or your Excel sheets or in PDF files or text files or in your relationals databases or NoSQL databases. You need to pre-process that data, you need to clean that data, you need to enrich that data, you have to optimize data, and you have to adapt that data as per your own LLM's requirement or maybe your application's requirement. How do you do that? There are various frameworks which I have covered on my channel, and there are various tools which I have covered on my channel, and this new tool, DataMotto, is one such tool. This is not just confined to your LLM data sets or your AI data set, but it is a bit more broad tool which enables you to pre-process and clean and enrich that data for any production ready application. What it does is it uses AI to clean that data. Now, before I show you this tool, I think this is very important point to note down that if you are on your journey to build an AI application or LLM deployment for your own company, for your own use case, on your own data, spend as much time as you can in order to make that data of as high quality as possible, because that will ensure the success of your AI application. And you would have to do some manual work, you would have to do a lot of reprocessing, and you would have to sweat a bit in order to get that data right. Data is still the king. I don't think AI is the king, I think data is the king, because without high quality data, AI will be as useless as any other tool. AI is just a tool. So make sure that you pre-process your data as good as possible. So if you're a data engineer, if you're a data scientist, if you're a database administrator, be glad that your skills are still high in demand, and I see for the foreseeable future that you will be as relevant as anyone else. Okay, now when we look at this tool, this is actually quite interesting because it enables you to clean data. Cleaning data is really important for LLMs to ensure accurate and reliable training and inference. Clean data helps prevent biases, errors, and noise that can adversely affect model performance and output quality. Data pre-processing involves various techniques such as cleaning, normalization, tokenization, and encoding, aimed at preparing raw data into suitable format for training and inference by LLMs, enhancing their effectiveness and efficiency. But for this tool, this mainly focuses on the data analyst and data engineer's job. Look at this diagram from their website. You can see that data pre-processing, these are few of the tasks which are normally done, and they are quite taxing. For example, there is a missing data, so the data analyst either has to go manually to fill in that missing data, or he would have to write some SQL queries or some Python code or any other code in order to put in some dummy values from a database. Or there is a data transformation required after the ETL job is finished. For example, your application requires it in specific format, then you would have to do the null handling, you would have to do the data splitting, you would have to group some of the categories, you would have to identify the patterns, merge multiple columns, demerge them, validation, standardization. removal of unnecessary columns, more feature engineering, and then maybe you would have to integrate it with some sort of data source or database in order to augment or enrich that external data. So there are a lot of things, but with the help of this data motto, you can do a lot of things and saving time and money there. Now, in order to use it, you can try out with their trial version. I already have signed up with my Gmail account, so you should be able to do it. Let me make it a bit bigger. Now, once you log in, you come to this dashboard where you can upload your data. I'm just going to upload my one of my CSV file from my local system, which just includes some sample financial data. So you can see that I have already uploaded it. Now it is asking me what I want to do. Do I want to do data visualization, warehousing, AI training, or upload the data set? Well, it is already uploaded. I don't know why it gave me that. And maybe I just want to do the AI training. Okay, I want to, or maybe I say create data set in alpaca format. Let's see if it is able to do that or not. I'm not sure. Data is scanning. Let's wait for it to come back. Should be fun. If it can do that, I think this is awesome tool, because that is something these days I am doing some of with my Python code. There are some open source tools available, but I don't see any optimal tool at the moment in the market. But if this can even do the half decent job of creating the alpaca dataset on the basis of my custom data, I think awesome tool. Anyway, let's see what it does. On the bottom left, you can see that in the free plan, we still have some of the connected data per month. So I have 5 of data. So I already have done one data. That is pretty generous. Okay, let's wait for it to come back. It has come back, and as you can see, it has given me some of the data from that financial CSV file. And this is my CSV file. If I drag it here, these are the columns at the top, and this is the data values, which are just sample. And it says that the data quality is very bad. There are 3 major checkpoints. So it says that split, so data for data preparation, it is saying split the concatenated column to individual column. After splitting, validate, and then it says that based on above plan, I'll fix your data. Write down if you have any constriction. If it's all good, click the button. So I'll say all good. Let's see what it does. Speed is a bit slow, but that is fine. That is expected. And it is doing all of the stuff here, like splitting the concatenated column. And then it is going to do the rest of the stuff like validation and ensuring the new columns have the correct data. And now it is doing some of the regex, which is the regular expressions. That is done. It is thinking more. And now it is fixing the rename function. So there you go. It has generated the data, and it has given us like the unit sold, manufacturing price, and all that stuff. These columns have been successfully split from the concatenated column. Now it is addressing the financial figures, which has dollar signs. So it is now cleaning all of those financial figures from my Excel sheet. And there you go, how good the new data is. You can see that how clean and how easily readable the data is. Really good. And now it is talking about next value. So it is reiterating itself in the whole data. One thing I could think of, that my data set is very small here, but of course the data sets are normally thousands and thousands of rows. So this will be a big job. So I think we would also need to make sure we keep the cost in check. On the left hand side, there is this upgrade button. Let me see what sort of pricing they have. So if I click on pricing, the free one is fine, small data, 1000 rows, which is fine. So it says that 100 data set per, what is large data? So 100k rows, which is I think good. Long A memory email support. So I think that for $29 US per month, 100,000 rows are fine. So, but for custom one, of course, we would have to talk with them. And I'm not sure uh, which LLM they are using. Maybe doesn't seem like ChatGPT, otherwise it will be throttling a bit, but I'm not sure. But so far so good. There you go. So it has um, so it has done that few of the columns that it says not successful. It is now inspecting and parsing the financials. So I think it will make a lot of reiterations on it and then go from there. So I will let it do the thinking, but so far so good. I'm quite impressed by the tool. Let me know your thoughts. I'll drop the link in video's description. Let me know, play around with it and share your experiences if you like it or not. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, then please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.